This is a truth with pure power chord. The truth. The truth. The truth. The truth. The truth. Do you want to hear the truth? Do you want to?
Good morning, guys. This morning's subject is going to be boundaries. What are boundaries? Well, boundaries are the physical, emotional, and mental limits we set with ourselves and others. They help define what is acceptable and unacceptable in our interactions, allowing individuals to communicate their needs and expectations. Boundaries can be influenced by upbringing, culture, and personal experiences, and they serve to protect personal space, feelings, and responsibilities. By establishing boundaries, we create a framework for how we want to be treated and how we interact with others. Right, so the first boundary I'm going to speak about is a physical boundary. It is okay to let people know that you don't want to be touched or that you need more space. Have you ever had those people that stand right in front of your face, like 2 inches away from you, and you feel really uncomfortable? It's okay to say that I need more space. Another thing you can say, I'm really tired, I need to sit down now. If you're having a braai and you're standing at braai and you need to sit down for a while, you need to tell the people, I need to sit down for a while. Another thing is, I'm not a big hugger. I'm a handshake person. If you notice some people don't want to hug, you hug them and you can feel they keep that distance from you. I need to eat. I'm going to grab something now. Or I'm allergic, so I can't have what you're giving me to eat because it might kill me. And no, I don't want you to touch me like that. Some people touch people in inappropriate places. So you need to say, I don't like being touched like that. Simple. Or don't go into my room without asking me first. You get people too that sometimes they'll like go into your personal stuff. You can say, please don't do that. So that is what I've included in physical boundaries, right? So those were physical boundaries. Now we're going to speak about emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries are all about respecting and honoring feelings and energy. Setting emotional boundaries means recognizing how much emotional energy you are capable of taking in, knowing when to share and when not to share, and limiting emotional sharing with people who respond poorly. Respecting emotional boundaries means validating the feelings of others and making sure you respect their ability to take in emotional information. Okay, it may sound something like this. When I share my feelings with you and get criticized, it makes me totally shut down. I can only share with you if you're able to respond respectfully to me. So, as you can see, respect is very important in all boundaries. I'm so sorry you're having such a bad time right now. I'm not in a place to take in all this information. Do you think we can come back to this conversation later? Or I'm having a hard time and really need to talk. Are you in a place to listen right now? Or I really can't talk about that right now. It isn't the right time. So, how would I then violate an emotional boundary? Okay, emotional boundary violations include this: dismissing and criticizing feelings, asking questions that are not appropriate for the relationship, reading or going through personal and emotional information, asking people to justify their feelings, or assuming we know how other people feel, or telling other people how they feel, or emotionally dumping on people without their permission, or sharing inappropriate emotional information with others. Right, the next kind of boundary I'm going to be speaking about is time boundaries. Now, my pet hate is when someone tells me they're coming now and you don't see them for the next 3 hours. That's just rude. Anyway, time boundaries. Your time is valuable and it's important to protect how it is utilized. Setting time boundaries is incredibly important at work, home, and socially. Setting time boundaries means understanding your priorities and setting aside enough time for the many areas of your life without overcommitting. You can't split yourself into 5,000 pieces. When you understand your priorities, it's much easier to limit the amount of time you're giving to other people. Healthy time boundaries might sound like this: I can't come to that event this weekend. I just can't. I can only stay for an hour. Do you have time to chat today? I would love to help, but I would be overcommitting myself. Is there perhaps another time I could come and help you? Or we have family time on Sundays, so we won't make it. Or I'm happy to help with that. my hourly rate is. And often when I've worked before, I have people say, can you come and help me fix this? And then I think to myself, well, in actual fact, I've been fixing it for the last 3 years and you haven't compensated me not once. Not that I want money for everything I do for people, but there's that boundary and that assumption that I will just do it. So it's good to have healthy boundaries. Violated time boundaries looks like asking professionals for their time without paying them, demanding time from people, keeping people in conversations or on tasks for longer that we told them we would, showing up late or canceling on people because we overcommitted and contacted people when they said they would be unavailable. Now, I'm sure there are many other types of boundaries we can discuss today, but the last one I'm going to be discussing now is material boundaries. Okay, material boundaries refer to items and possessions like your home, car, clothing, jewelry, furniture, money, etc. It is healthy to understand what you can and cannot share and how you expect your items and materials to be treated by the people you share them with. Having limits on how your material items are treated is healthy and prevents resentment over time. This might sound like I can't lend out my car. I'm the only person on the insurance. Or we can't give any more money. We would be happy to help in another way. Or sure, I'm happy to share my jacket with you. Just a heads up, I do need it back on Friday. Material boundaries are violated when your things are destroyed or stolen or when they are borrowed too frequently. Another material violation is the use of materials, say money and possessions, to manipulate and control relationships. The more we set boundaries, the more we recognize them. In setting boundaries, we help people show up for us, and we also become better at showing up for them. So, the next question would be this: what does the Bible say about setting boundaries? Okay, the Bible offers several insights on setting boundaries, emphasizing the importance of self control and respect for oneself and other people. Here are some key verses. Proverbs 25, verses 28 says this: a lack of self control is like a city without walls open to attack. Acts 17, verse 26 says this: God designated proper times and fixed boundaries where people should live. Titus 2, verses 12 says this: the Bible commands us to control ourselves, whereas our human nature desires to control others. Genesis 2, verses 24 says, in marriage, partners bind together in one flesh through covenant love. And in Matthew 6, verses 33, it says, seeking God's kingdom should remain the top priority over meeting others' demands upon our time and resources. These verses highlight the significance of establishing healthy boundaries in various aspects of life, including personal relationships and spiritual well being. Okay, so we see this morning that boundaries are very important to live by. It's a respect towards others and their respect towards us. And I'll say this in closing. Today, when you interact with other people, think of these boundaries, because what it does, when you strengthen this type of thinking, it only enhances your relationship with others. And when you call certain things out, don't do it in a way that you offend people to the point that they no longer want to speak to you. So now don't go out there and go say, I don't have time for you. I've got to now go and play putt-putt. So think about it carefully and think about it wisely. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Cheers.